Okay, I got a good sized pack of this ham. Not a fan of, but I'm going to use it. Don't want to waste. So I'm going to see what inventions I can come up. I tore up a whole bunch of dark green salad greens, and I have some Colby cheese and some almond wraps. Let's see what I can do. I drained all the brine or juicy stuff off of the ham, and then even squeezed out more because they were just too soppy. Onto my little waffle maker, I put a layer of one piece of the ham, some of the salad greens, half a slice of the Colby cheese. Doing that for both sides. And let's put it down to cook, see what happens. Other option, in my skillet, I put four slices of the ham. And on top of that, generous portion of the torn up salad greens. And 2, 3, so like a slice and a half of cheese. I'm going to cover that with an almond wrap and wait until things cook down a little bit before I flip it. Flipped over the almond wrap and ham and greens. Put another half a slice of cheese on. Put another almond wrap on top and let that cook. And the first batch of the waffle things, they're not okay. It's like munchable. It's edible. I'm trying a second time with double thickness of the ham. You see how that comes down. The ham is really wet, so it's kind of takes a while to cook. Flip the almond wrap over to let it cook the other side. First ham, cheese, and greens, almond wrap tortilla, thing quesadilla, it's done. Second one I'm starting. Put the rest of the ham in that. I'm going to let that cook longer because there's so much moisture in the ham. Use my handy dandy pizza cutter to slice it up into quarters. Putting sliced cheese over the greens and the ham. An almond wrap on top. Flipping to cook the first almond wrap. Putting a half slice of cheese on top. And the second almond wrap. And I'll flip that in a couple of minutes to cook both sides. Okay, the second batch in the waffle maker cooked a little longer to cook out more of that liquid. It's just too much liquid. Too much liquid in this ham to really be very useful. And it really makes a mess. See how much liquid is left over? Even though I drained it and squeezed out as much as I could, it's still just too much. That's why I really am not a fan of that kind of ham. Flipped over the tortilla wrap again so I can cook the almond wrap on the other side. Here we go. So I have some of the ham and greens and cheese almond wrap tortillas, and then some of the same thing without the almond wrap from the waffle maker. It's okay. It's edible. I wouldn't serve it to anyone else but me. And I will never buy that meat. I only have that ham that was given to me. It's the only reason I have it. I would never buy something like that. It just, even if you were making sandwiches with it, the meat is just way too wet. Way too much moisture in it. It turns everything soggy. But here we go. OMAD day 16. Eat some of these for my meal today. Add a couple grape tomatoes. And the rest I'll put in the fridge in a container lined with paper towels to help absorb some of that moisture it still has. Well, that's about experimenting in the kitchen with stuff that we have.